And now, ladies and gentlemen, your mistress of ceremonies for the evening, one of the region's best-known television journalists with more than 30 years of local and national award-winning service to local viewers, a member of NBC4 New York's investigative unit and the NBC4 I-Team, please welcome Sarah Wallace.
How nice to see you all in person. Isn't it great to be all together in person for this incredible event? Let's get this party started. And what a wonderful event this is. I am so excited to welcome you this evening as we celebrate the 2022 Madison Square Boys and Girls Club Youth of the Year Ambassadors for all of their incredible work. I'm Sarah Wallace, just in case you didn't know. And I am so thrilled to be your mistress of ceremonies this evening. Honestly, I really don't need a script for this part. My husband and I, and our two children, Sarah and James, who are here with me tonight, are deeply and personally committed to Madison. And James, for instance, kind of brought us to the table when he interned in college with Steve Melton in the operations department. And since then, I have seen personally what Madison does. For those of you who don't know, I'm a street reporter. I've been on the streets of New York for 37 years and plus, who's counting? But I have to tell you that I have seen my share of darkness and despair as a news reporter. But I have also seen hope and inspiration and the light. And I can tell you that Madison is the light. It embodies light in this community. And that's why we're here tonight. Please enjoy some appetizers at your tables while we get this evening started. Tonight, we are so proud to celebrate our 2022 Youth of the Year ambassadors, Isaac, Sydney, Abu, Caden, and Austin, who have distinguished themselves by rising above challenging circumstances to become amazing examples of competence and perseverance. And you are going to hear from them tonight. Youth of the Year is the premier national recognition program for Boys and Girls Club members. It promotes service to the club, the importance of community, family, academic success, strong moral character, and life goals. Madison's 5 Youth of the Year here tonight represent future leaders. They represent the next generation of New York City, and believe me, they are quite a group. If you have not yet had a chance to meet them, I encourage you to do so during dinner or after the program. Our next speaker continues to be inspired by Madison's growth and future, and he motivates all of us. I'm excited to introduce Tim Mcchristian, Madison Square Boys and Girls Club Executive Director.
Good evening. It feels good to be back together. It seems like it was only yesterday, but it was actually 3 years ago that we were in this room. So thank you so much for coming out. I want to thank you again for joining us for our 10th annual Madison Square Youth of the Year event. It's a special event, and for those of you, if this is your first time, hold on. I think you're going to have fun tonight. Before I begin, though, I want to take a moment to recognize our sponsors who have made tonight already a successful event, and we're counting on you to help us make it even more successful. I want to give a special thank you to our superhero sponsors, American Express and Grubhub. And a round of thank yous to our hero, mentors, gold, silver, and bronze sponsors whose names are behind me on the screen. And last, but certainly not least, tonight's champion of youth honorees, my good friend Shelley Archambault and Joseph Pizza, as well as tonight's corporate champion of youth honoree, American Express. But as you know, whenever you put on a big event like this with 400 plus people, there's a lot of work that goes in. And so I want to recognize our event committee led by Ken Farrell and David Fields for helping pull this together. So if I can ask the entire committee to just stand up for a minute and let me just personally say thank you. And since we're talking about, obviously, our kids tonight, who we're all proud of, we all know it takes a village. I want to recognize the village, and that is all the members of the Madison Corporation and the Madison Council and our board members. Please stand up for recognition for the work you do. Founded in 1884, Madison Square Boys and Girls Clubs is one of the oldest organizations in New York City doing the type of work we do, and we're proud to say we're one of the strongest. However, these last 2+ years have underscored the critical requirement for the programs and services that we need. We've been saying now more than ever. No one could have predicted the trauma that continues to impact the 6 programs we serve in Brooklyn, the Bronx, and Harlem at our clubhouses. The ongoing health issues, food insecurity, unemployment, and challenges of our public school system make the services that we provide more critical than ever. Throughout it all, Madison has prioritized staying relevant to meet the ever-changing needs of our members and their families during this crisis. As we've learned throughout the years, our services remain critical to everything that goes on. We've taken actions, though, and again, one of the things we've learned during the pandemic, because of the strength we had as an organization, we were able to step up. And I just want to give you some examples of the ways we did that. We opened our clubhouses right after the pandemic hit on July 1st, which was a need from our parents to give their kids a safe place to go to get out of the house, which, if you remember what it was like when things first shut down, it was very important to provide a safe and secure place for their kids to come out of the house. We started doing weekly food pantries, and to date, we've delivered over 262,000 pounds of healthy food and produce. To over 300 families per month. We started loaning technology equipment, because one of the things that the schools realized when they shut down and went to remote learning, a high percentage of the kids had no technology nor access, so we continue to loan technology out to help the kids connect to their schools and to our clubhouses. We provided employment opportunities for over 600 teens, both during the school year and during the summer. However, we don't want to sit back and look in the rearview mirror, because we know this is a fast-changing world. So we recently kicked off our 5-year strategic plan, and we want to learn from the experiences of the last several years. What do we need to do better in our programs and organization to meet the ever-changing needs of our kids going forward? Because the bar is getting higher every day in terms of providing the levels of support that are needed in our communities. So while there is still much work to be done, tonight is the opportunity to catch our breath. We've all been running fast, so let's take a chance and celebrate our Youth of the Year tonight. Isaac, Sydney, Austin, Caden, and Abu. Members who despite the current challenges in their communities, have committed to working with our staff to build their personal roadmaps to their future. They represent the over 3,000 members of Madison whose lives continue to highlight journeys of progress, tenacity, strength, and trust, and we're honored to be part of the fabric of their life. We hope this evening serves as a source of inspiration to maintain your commitment to our mission, which is to save and enhance the lives of New York City boys and girls. Many of you are longtime supporters of Madison, and we say thank you. Those who are new to Madison, welcome to our family. No matter your connection, we hope that hearing the stories from our Youth of the Year this evening will serve as a reminder of what is possible for youth and the future of New York City when we come together as a community. I continue to personally believe that talent is equally distributed. However, many times opportunity is not. And we know at Madison, our mission is to provide opportunity to our members. Tonight, the opportunity is yours to open the doors and make a difference for Madison and our members with your generous support. Our goal for the program this year is to net $1 million. We invite you all to help us get there and ensure the continuity of Madison's programs. This evening, you have the ability to make a donation easily by scanning the QR code found on your table signage and pledge cards using the camera on your phone. But if you're kind of old school like me, we still have the traditional pledge cards on your table that you can also fill out with a pen. We're fortunate, though, we just received an anonymous $20,000 matching gift. And now, However, there is a catch. For those of you in the fundraising business, that means you got to get another $20,000 to match it. So the first $20,000 will be doubled, so we hope to exceed that. And we thank you again for sharing tonight with us. But sit back, because the best of the evening is yet to come. I now want to introduce a recent visitor to our Navy Yard Clubhouse in Brooklyn. You may recognize George Oliphant from his long-running TV show, George to the Rescue. We were excited to have George and his crew come out, and they renovated the Teen Center at our Navy Yard Clubhouse. And for those of you who are NBC Today fans, you may have seen us on the NBC Today show in the last 2 weeks with Jenna Bush. And now we'd like to show you a little clip of that story. Thank you.
All right, Jenna, so we know you've got Michael Design, and we found the perfect renovation project that matches your two things that you love.
Oh my gosh, I loved it. I teamed up with George Oliphant of George to the Rescue and a powerhouse design duo from Studio 397 Architecture. And we got to work at the Madison Boys and Girls Club in Brooklyn, making over a teen rec room. You're not gonna believe it. Check it out.
You guys excited?
For the last 13 seasons, George to the Rescue has transformed over 140 homes and community centers, forever changing the lives of those who need it most.
How George makes it!
And this time, George is lending a hand to the incredible teens at the Madison Square Boys and Girls Club in Brooklyn.
The Boys and Girls Club is a special place because it doesn't only provide safety, but it's just fun. You know, so kids come here after school, they're looking forward to see their friends. It's not a secret that this community have been stricken by gang violence and a lot of access to guns. So the clubhouse does protect them from the streets.
18-year-old twin brothers Bright and Brian have grown up at the Boys and Girls Club.
I feel very comfortable here. This is like my second home. The Boys and Girls Club really aids in like lowering the violence because kids could come inside, stay safe, like socialize instead of staying on the streets.
But with over 630 members, the kids are beginning to outgrow this space, which means it's time to call George
and Jenna
to the rescue.
Hi, how are you? Why choose this place to redo?
Just Boys and Girls Clubs in general are they're just cornerstones in the community, and this one specifically here in Brooklyn, it just provides such a welcoming, inviting, safe space for these kids. And as awesome as all this is, I feel like the teen room really needed some love.
How you doing? There we go.
We want to give them a fresh look. Who doesn't like to walk into a space that just looks like $1 million, right? So then by default, you're gonna feel like $1 million. George and Jenna, please help us.
We just want the room to pop. We want it to look amazing. We wanted to add some razzle dazzle, as they say it.
Attract more people.
Attract more people.
Our key players, husband and wife powerhouse, Luis Medina and Samantha Josephat of the Brooklyn-based architecture and interior design firm, Studio 397.
All right, so what are we gonna do?
Soup to nuts, that's the way we do on George Rescue. Everything from new floors to new ceilings to paint to furniture. I want to make sure that there's something for everybody, where the kids can be themselves, but they can also be together. And
nice.
La.
With the help of West Elm, Barnes & Noble, and Union Square & Co., I got to put my own special finishing touches on the teen lounge. A reading nook, of course.
You said you wanted there to be books. You said there wanted to be a library reading element, so
you did it. Look at this.
Books,
I'm
yeah.
also quite into the choices. Here. This is great.
I also asked our staff photographer, Nate Congleton, to snap some shots of the teens so they could feel at home when they walk into the space.
Always takes a team effort.
That's why I was scared to be part of this. There we go. Nope. Don't you think this turned out great? I feel like, you know, this space is for these kids.
Finally, it was time for the big reveal.
So, Miss D, we were really hoping you would like this space. Do you feel like the beauty of this place reflects the beauty of your work?
It does, and it also opens it up a little bit more to just remind young people that we're here, right? That we're a staple of the community. We have so many young people who have wonderful futures ahead of themselves, and I cannot wait to see where they go.
Oh my God.
What do y'all think?
It was just so shocking. Like, I was just so surprised and like just feel the excitement, because I know if I like it, my friends gonna like it. It's gonna invite more people to the Boys and Girls Club, keep more people off the streets.
Well, I feel like those pictures, like when I was looking at it, y'all are our future. You know, like y'all are our future leaders, and I feel like finally the space reflects how important you are.
This place is basically like a home away from home. It's like welcoming us inside. It's like a warming feeling.
George, you did it.
Thank you,
You
Jen.
did it,
Together,
George.
we did it.
It was
So,
awesome.
It takes the community.
All right, let's on to our next project. How awesome.
Oh
are
my
those
gosh.
Kids? Aren't you so happy to see their new
They
space?
so deserve that.
A big shout out to George and his team, and also Samantha and Luis from Studio 397. Barnes & Noble and West Elm, they all donated.
Everybody kicks in.
It was awesome.
Teamwork there. All right, that transformation, along with new episodes of George to the Rescue, are airing now on NBC and can be found on our streaming service, Peacock.
Wow. If that doesn't tell you what Madison is all about, nothing else will. And by the way, George is here tonight. George, we want to give you a shout out. Thank you so much. I just love that piece, George. It's just one of the best I've ever seen and the best cause ever. It's now my privilege to introduce you to 4 of tonight's heroes. Our 5 Youth of the Year are extraordinary young adults whose upcoming plans are both inspirational and impactful. Tonight, you are going to hear from a future software engineer, an entrepreneur, a lawyer, a doctor, our current and future leaders, and maybe a future Madison CEO. Who knows? Since a picture is worth 1,000 words, a video introduction may be worth 1,000,000. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to our first Youth of the Year, Alexis Zambrano.
Good evening. My name is Alexis Zambrano, and I'm 18 years old, and I'm the 2022 Youth of the Year representing the Joey Smilo Clubhouse in the Bronx. I first visited the clubhouse when I was 8 years old and immediately knew it was the place I needed to be. Having immigrated from Ecuador at age 6, the club was a place where even though I was not yet fluent in English, I've always felt welcome and could engage with staff and fellow members through games and sports. At the clubhouse, I've been able to volunteer at our food pantry, play in the CC Sabathia Baseball League, learn to swim, and I'm now a certified lifeguard. I am forever grateful for the family I've found here at the Smilo Clubhouse and for the opportunities that have allowed me to become a confident and caring young man.
And here he is, Isaac.
Good evening. Before I start, I want to give a shout out to my parents, table 3 over there. My family coming out from Minnesota, all the hard work that they put into me, the dedication, all the long nights studying. Thank you, Mom. I love you. In life, there are certain things that you cannot control, such as being born in Ecuador, almost 3,000 miles away, and coming to America at the age of 5. My native language is Spanish, and it was very difficult to learn a new language at such an early age. I stood out because I looked different from everyone else, and I had trouble communicating. Even though I had to overcome name calling and being different from others, ever since I was young, I possessed a love for sports and education. Once my confidence grew, I joined the NYPD Explorers, which among other things taught me military drills and life-saving skills. I've also served over 250 plus community service hours in my community, such as giving back to cancer survivors, setting up with tents, chairs, and of course, emotional support. I've always been very productive due to my own desires, and of course, having strict parents from Ecuador. I'm also very thankful to still have my parents here alive today, after almost losing them due to the pandemic. Even though I lost my grandparents, I have been able to continue being strong and undeterred in my journey, still hearing them in my head saying, "Continue working hard, Isaac, and be successful." In hindsight, one of the best opportunities I took advantage of was to join the Boys and Girls Club. The clubhouse gave me an opportunity that many young kids don't have, such as friends, safety, knowledge, and the ability to become the man I am today. The clubhouse has seen me grow from a boy to a young man. And I would like to give a special shout out to the staff there, Miss Naomi and Mr. Hans. The mission of the clubhouse is to save and enhance the lives of New York City kids who need them the most. I've seen this mission positively impact my life and the life of others that I have introduced to the clubhouse. I'm currently a senior at Comprehensive Model School Project 327 in the Bronx, and I will be graduating this June. In the fall, I would, thank you. In the fall, I plan to attend Brooklyn College in New York to pursue my In the fall, I plan to attend Brooklyn College in New York to pursue my major in business management. Sometimes I stop and think to myself, like, what if my parents never left Ecuador and have came to the Bronx? What if I have let my language barrier stop me? What if I never joined the clubhouse? While it's impossible to know the answer to these precise questions, I do know these choices have led me to where I am today, for which I am grateful for. Thank you for supporting Madison, and I look forward to meeting you all. Good evening.
Now you got a little taste of why they are our future leaders. Thank you, Isaac. So proud of you. Our next Youth of the Year is representing our John Grimm III Clubhouse in the Bronx. Sydney Thomas unfortunately can't be here tonight because of COVID, but I want to show you this video. She is an outstanding young woman, and you will get to see a little slice of her in this video.
Hello, my name is Sydney Thomas and I'm 18 years old, and I'm the 2022 Youth of the Year representative for the John E. Grimm III Clubhouse in the Bronx. I have been a member of Madison for 7 years. My time at the clubhouse has taught me countless lessons and allowed me to delve into my love for music. For me, singing creates a safe space of beautiful sound where I can escape the world and be surrounded by beauty. My time at the club has also taught me that my outward personality is a blessing, and I've learned how to use my personal traits as skills that will empower me in my entrepreneurial studies at NYU in the fall.
Thank you, Sydney. And you know, Sydney comes from a long line of Madison family, so we're very proud of her. We're sorry that she can't be here tonight. I know how disappointed she is, but she wants to thank all of you for your support. And now, I would like to introduce you from our Pinkerton Clubhouse in Harlem, Abu Fofana.
Youth of the Year for Pinkerton Clubhouse in Harlem. I have been a member of Madison for 3 years, and my time here has taught me of my passion for computer and software engineering. From the clubhouse staff, I learned what it means to care and respect all my peers and discover my goals. Since arriving at the clubhouse, I felt a sense of belonging. My family and I immigrated to New York when I was 5 from Ivory Coast, and it was so hard adapting to living in an English-speaking country in a huge city where no one can understand what I'm saying. Madison has acted as a safe space for me to grow and learn about myself and who I want to be.
Before I start, I would also like to say thanks to my parents who made it today. As a proud immigrant, transitioning from poverty to a normal lifestyle was a challenge. The language barrier compelled me to learn a new language. Unable to cope with American traditions, I felt like a total outcast. I mean, I should be grateful, right? To be honest, I completely agree. I should. The era I was born to in Africa was a time of disputes. Living there was a gamble in itself. I would like you guys to join me as I applaud my father, who risked his personal health to quickly evacuate his family. As an outcast, it's undeniably difficult to fit in. Being unable to communicate with anyone, I had no friends. My father enrolled me into a school, hoping for me to develop the English language. Obviously, it was bound to be difficult. I blindly found the school administration, believing that my life would take a turn for the best, hoping that I'd finally be able to create friends and refill the empty slots. Sadly, that wasn't the case. By simply being an immigrant, I became a wonderful target for bullies. The undeniable feeling of always being targeted, the feeling of all eyes gazing at you with malicious intentions, completely darkens the idea of me no longer being an outcast. I became a victim. Yeah, I knew I could have spoken to my parents, but I wanted to save them from the embarrassment. I believe the same way I was being looked down upon for being an immigrant, the same situation will happen to my parents. I wanted to save them from the embarrassment and do it for alone. Yeah, it hurts. Yeah, the pain was immense. But it's nothing compared to what my parents went through to put me in this position. A second chance at life in a better place. A second chance at life in a better place. Thank you. After mastery of the English language, I advanced through my education. Things were sincerely brightened up. Well, not completely. I still remained an outcast. Desperately trying to avoid being targeted for who I am, who I was destined to be, I participated in regrettable deeds. I was incredibly tired of being devoured by hate comments, racial slurs, and disrespectful remarks. My desperate pursuit of finding a safe place, without being a center of bullying, led me to finding Madison Square Boys and Girls Club, Pickerington Clubhouse. Thank you. From this glorious setting, I learned it means to care and respect all my peers. Slowly maturing from deep within myself, I visited the Clubhouse every day to discover my safe horizon. The Clubhouse intentions were not only to have teens or members find a safe place, but for the members to grow up in a facility they could call home. The Clubhouse is much bigger than any individual staff or program. It's a safe place. It's a home. It's a family. And I, Obufofana, am so blessed to be a part of this family. Memories of the Clubhouse overlaps all the obstacles I faced up until this point. And for that, I am truly blessed. As an 11th grader attending Frederick Douglass Academy in Harlem, I dreamed of becoming a software engineer. With the Clubhouse help of maturing my mind, I will begin building the foundation under my dreams. Thank you.
What a speech. You'll hear that a lot tonight about a safe haven, about family. And that is really what Madison is all about. And now I'd like to introduce you to another one of our ambassadors representing the Thomas Murphy Clubhouse in Brooklyn, Caden Samuel.
Hi, my name is Caden Samuel. I'm 17 years old, and I am the 2022 Youth of the Year for the Thomas S. Murphy Clubhouse in Brooklyn. I became a Clubhouse member when I was 8 years old, and the Clubhouse took me from a shy, insecure boy to a confident young man who can recognize and express his emotions. There is a lot of stigma around male mental health, and the lack of support and resources for men. And I want to work to change that and to encourage men to discuss their feelings and feel supported doing so. At the club, you'll often find me in the gym playing basketball or flag football. When I'm not on the courts, I'm participating in programs like Passport to Manhood, Towards No Drugs, STEM, Torch Club, and others. The clubhouse has acted as a safe space for me, and it feels like a second home. The lessons I have learned here have allowed me to understand so much and to value my own worth as well.
Welcome, Caden.
Good evening, everyone. Before I start, I would like to give a thanks to my mom and my dad and my older brother. And I would also like to give a special shout out to Mr. King and Mr. Simba, who have helped me through this program and helped push me forward and helped me continue to do better. When I first came to the club, I didn't want to stay. I already had low self-esteem and was shy since I was bullied at my school. Kids did anything to hurt my feelings, be it physical or verbal, and all I thought was this was another place like school. I soon came to realize I was wrong. The club was engaging, fun, and educational. The members and staff treated me like family, and that took me from a shy, emotional kid to a bold and charismatic young man. I now don't mind what people say to me, and if it won't help me become a better person, I won't take it to heart. I also learned to hold myself with more respect, thanks to programs like Passport to Manhood and different talks with staff members like Joey, Corvin, Mr. Wingate, Mr. Simba, Mr. Devante, and Lou Sweeney. They showed me how much fun the club really is and how I could thrive there. I also learned other lessons that would stick with me, like the acronym STOP, which means slow down, think, observe, and plan. This acronym has helped me out of many situations. One time, I was approached by two people that were attempting to rob me. They had already taken my phone, and I was panicking, thinking of what to do when the acronym came to me. I slowed down and thought out what my next move should be. I was able to distract them by throwing my bag on the ground, and I got away by running as fast as I could. This experience helped me realize that I can handle most circumstances as long as I took the time to think things through. I may have lost my phone in my bag, but I was able to escape unharmed due to my ability to analyze the situation. On another occasion, my friends and I went to play basketball at the public courts next to MS-61. When I noticed all the courts were empty, we dropped our bags and went to one of the courts. At that moment, I wasn't thinking of the STOP acronym because I didn't take the time to think about the safety of my belongings. Due to my negligence and lack of responsibility, my backpack was stolen. When I got home and told my mom what had happened, she was furious and upset that I was so careless with my book bag. After seeing the way my mom stressed and tried to help me get my stuff back, I felt terrible because it was her hard work that had bought me those things. I promised myself that I would never let that happen again, and I now make it a priority to be mindful of my belongings. I want to be able to set an example for my younger brothers and show them how to be accountable for your actions. Both of these experiences helped me grow as a person, and although it was a difficult learning process, I've come out better than I was before. Now when I encounter different situations, be it on the streets or on the courts, I know I can rely on the STOP acronym to logically plan out my next steps and act accordingly. As I've grown as a young man, I've gained more respect for myself and those that work so hard to equip me with the tools I need to succeed. I will always remember what Mr. Devante said, in order to gain respect, you must give respect. And I take it as my personal responsibility to demonstrate this, leading by example. Mr. Devante always showed us respect by talking to us, not at us. And I want to do the same because ultimately, respect is the only way to form meaningful relationships and have impact on the world. My name is Caden Samuel, and I aspire to be a chef and a lawyer. And I know that with the help from the Thomas S. Murphy Clubhouse, I can achieve these goals. I'm a junior attending Medgar Evers College Preparatory School, and I hope to try to get into the University of Duke.
Duke University.
With charisma like that, just no stopping these kids. Again, we'd like to encourage you, as Tim said, to help us reach our $1 million goal tonight and help other kids like this have a safe haven and a wonderful space to be. So again, you can scan the QR code. That's right? This QR code. Or you can do what we would do, the old-fashioned pledge card that's on the table. And you can always wave down a Madison staff person because they will help you. And I want to leave you before dinner with one thing that I believe it was Isaac said to me when I visited with the kids at the Clubhouse. He said, we asked him what Madison could do better to serve the kids in the community. And he said, there needs to be more clubhouses because sometimes the kids have to go a distance to get to the nearest clubhouse. That says everything. We need more clubhouses to serve these kids, especially, please, at this time in our community, in our society. Enjoy your dinners, and I will speak with you afterwards, and we have much more program ahead. Thanks so much for being here. That's a trick that Shelley just told me. Actually, I wanted Tim to come up here and be the bad guy on this one to please ask everybody to be quiet, but he made me do it instead. That's okay. Listen, I just want to tell you what an incredible, I hope you're having a great time. I am. It's just such a beautiful event. So nice to see everybody together celebrating this cause. I also want to share with you another recent project at our Navy Yard Clubhouse that helped bring a sense of personal pride to club members and their community. But first of all, I also wanted to recognize not only George, who we talked about earlier, but the architects of that incredible job at the clubhouse, Samantha Josephat Medina and Luis Medina, who are both here with us tonight. They represent Studio 397, and what an incredible job they did. And let's roll the video.
This clubhouse, it's sort of like a second family. I've been here for a long time. It's really fun. I like the people here. They make me feel safe. There's a lot of things to do in here.
Good afternoon, Navy Yard. As you guys put on these jerseys, feel the pride knowing that you belong to something special.
When y'all take this court, are y'all gonna represent this community with pride?
It makes us feel connected. I really feel like we're a real ball team.
With the help of New York Life, we're going to be able to do some fantastic things in the years to come.
All of these partners coming together, you're reminding them you matter, you're the special essence of this community.
Navy Yard Clubhouse is a really special place.
This place is just a second home.
Very cool video. A big shout out to Stan King, Madison's Brooklyn Borough Director, Denny Salas, Navy Yard Club Director, Linda Sargent, John E. Smilo, Clubhouse Director, Yolanda Robertson, Johnny Grimm, Clubhouse Director, Jason Garcia, Pinkerton Clubhouse Director, and our entire Madison team. And especially, we want to honor the Madison parents, communities, families, and all of our Clubhouse members. And we're lucky enough to have some past Youth of the Year ambassadors with us tonight who could, of course, in the last couple of years only be with us virtually. So we want to welcome them back. And, you know, I just have to say one thing. You heard all of the kids talking about their parents and their families, how they have allowed them to grow and how Madison has allowed them to grow, and that there's this intersection of your family at home, and your family in Madison. And this is what this event is. And so everybody, please, Madison staff, family members, please, and former ambassadors, please stand up so we can congratulate you on all of the work you do. Up, up, up. So we're lucky tonight to not only be celebrating our incredible Clubhouse ambassadors, but also to thank two amazing individuals and a corporation for their outstanding support of Madison and its mission. It's my pleasure to introduce our corporate champion of youth honoree, American Express. For nearly 170 years, American Express has provided powerful backing, you know that phrase, to its customers, colleagues, and the communities where its employees live and work. Madison is so grateful and privileged to have the powerful backing of American Express, one of its largest corporate supporters. Amex's strong investment has supported Madison's key initiatives during the height of the pandemic, including food pantries and the COVID-19 Relief Fund. Truly lifesavers, and I have seen those programs for myself. Equally important, Amex employees have donated their time and talent volunteering. You've heard a lot tonight about giving back and the message that it has sent to our ambassadors. They are giving back now, and you know that they're going to give back in the future because of what they've learned from all of you and the incredible donation of your time and effort. Please join me in welcoming Robert D. Childs, Office of Enterprise, Inclusion, Diversity, and Business Engagement at American Express, to the stage.
Hello, everybody. I want to thank Sarah for that introduction, and Tim and Denise and Selena and all the Madison Square Boys and Girls Club team for the terrific work that you do in supporting so many youth of New York City who are in under-resourced communities. I actually had a lot more to say, but Sarah, being the good reporter that she is, she actually said most of the stuff that I was going to do. You know, I'm honored and humbled to be asked to accept the award on behalf of American Express. As Sarah said, we pride ourselves in backing the customers, the community, and the people who work for us, we call colleagues. And so to sit there and watch these young individuals and hear their stories, you got to hook me up with your haircut though, right? I try to grow my hair out. I was sitting there, seriously, I'm sitting there saying, man, I can't wear my hair like that anymore, so, but I appreciate it. But just to hear the stories and you hear, you know, lessons, right? So many of you can relate to the fact that when we were younger, you actually had parents say things and elders say things to you, like, what are they tripping? I don't understand that. And then when you got much older, you're like, oh, now I get it. So for me, my parents used to always tell me to be curious. I'm like, yeah, mom, whatever. But as I got older, I realized that curiosity helped me understand how the world operated. And it made me not be afraid to go in situations that I didn't know anything about. The other thing they taught me was never let a day go by without learning something new every day. And I still do that today, whether it's something good or something not so good, but I always figure out if it's not good, what went wrong and how can I fix it? And if it went well, what was it that went well so I can repeat it? And you know, we all fail, we all fall down. And the other lesson was when you fall and stumble, get up. Now my father had a lot more colorful words around that, but that was the message, to get up. So I share with everyone out there, the youth out there, that stay curious. Learn something new every day. At some point, it will kick in and it will help you. And I appreciate the accountability that you are learning from Madison Square Boys and Girls. It's just commendable out there. So that was my filler, because Sarah said the rest about what we're doing to back you, the Christmas tree, the volunteer, the COVID relief. And we're new to the game with Madison. As I met Tim coming in, you know, we've only been supporting Madison since 2020. but we're looking to continue our backing because we really admire everything you're doing. So thank you again for honoring American Express, and for all the other honorees out there. We thank you and applaud you, and just keep backing Madison Square boys and girls. Thank you.
Okay, you know I'm known to steal scripts, so sorry. But the words are so true, by the way, and thank you. I actually learn those words and live by them every day, to be curious and want something to know, something new every single day. That's what I strive for, and that is such a powerful message. Our next champion of youth, honoree Joseph Pizza, is the co-owner and president of Pharmasphere Incorporated. He is also an artist and co-founder of IMP Digital Studios, and get this, he's been a professional musician since signing with United Artists at age 14. He has written the music and lyrics to more than 200 plus songs and recorded under the stage name Slice, loved that, releasing his first album in 1990. Joseph is an active and generous supporter of Madison, and is actively involved on numerous boards, including the Drama League of New York, the Ellis Island Society, and Columbia University's School of the Arts Dean Council, to name a few. Please join me in welcoming Joseph Pizza.
Okay, I have instructions. I'm short. Drop the mics. Okay. Thanks a lot, Sarah, for the wonderful introduction. And yeah, I played a lot of guitar, but I also got involved in pharmaceuticals. I'd like to thank Tim, Anna, Drugs and Rock and Roll, Name Pizza. You know, give me a break, right? and I'd like to thank everybody, Tony, and for this great honor. For me, I'm not a speaker, but I'm giving it my best. My career started as a young high school teen, working in building maintenance at the Hackensack Public Housing Projects for over a decade. This while studying and saving for my college education and playing in a rock band. And I cleaned a lot of toilets, I swept a lot of rec rooms. I was told by the maintenance staff I would never get out. Never. Today, I am the president and CEO of a multinational pharmaceutical company, which, believe it or not, I co-founded over 42 years ago. Thank you. For me, it's all about perseverance. Never, ever, ever, ever give up. Never give up. I've been involved with Madison Square since 2013 and have been so very impressed with all the work they do. I witnessed the impact they have made with food pantries, teen programs, COVID relief funds, and of course, the Youth of the Year celebrations. I am passionate and have always been passionate about helping kids. And I'm proud to say that my daughter Ariella is following in my footsteps as a mentor at both the New York and New Jersey Boys and Girls Clubs. Ariella, stand up for me. Stand up for your daddy. She's also going for Miss New Jersey at the Miss America pageant next month, and we'll see how that goes. Congratulations to everybody, youth winners, and my co-honoree, Shelley. Thank you. I especially want to thank my lovely wife, Lauren, my children, Joey, Jeff, Ariella, Danny, Wally, and Topi, my family and friends here tonight, my team at Bank of America and Merrill Lynch, the Drama League, Stuart Lane and Bonnie Comley, Jillian, Andrew, Jean, and Donna, and everyone who's helped me to achieve this tremendous honor. I never thought I'd be doing this. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
So many families here tonight, and again, I think that speaks volumes about Madison. Our final honoree is certainly one who inspires and motivates others through her life story. Shelley Archambault is a Fortune 500 board member, former CEO of Mcchristian, an advisor and the author of her new book, and I love this title, Unapologetically Ambitious: Take Risks, Break Barriers, and Create Success on Your Own Terms. Don't you love it? Ms. Archambault currently serves on the boards of Verizon, Nordstrom, Roper Technologies, and Okta. She has over 30 years of experience in technology, and during her tenure, Mcchristian grew from a fledgling startup into a global market leader. Please join me in welcoming Shelley.
I have to raise it up. Sorry about that, Joe. Thank you all. It really is an honor and very touching in terms of to receive this award tonight. And weren't the youth awardees, the honorees, just amazing? You know, you hear their stories, and while they're all very different, there were definitely common themes. We heard them all talk about perseverance and resilience, working hard, right? Being determined and focused. But more importantly, providing service to others, right? The giving back. And those are the themes that I totally resonate with, because in many respects are the themes that I've lived by in terms of my life. Because you see, I grew up a little girl, one of four. Matter of fact, my parents are here. They're sitting right at that table, a whole table of family members. Grew up from very modest means in the 1960s, which were very racially charged. And I wanted to run a company one day. And frankly, the odds are not in my favor. I had absolutely no business ultimately becoming a tech CEO and a Fortune 500 board member. My first job was mucking stalls at a horse barn, right? But I did. And what I'm here to tell all of the youth honorees is one day you're going to be standing on the world stage, being honored and recognized for all the impact that you have made in your careers. Because you can do whatever it is you set your mind to do, as long as you are willing to be focused, to make the trade-offs, ask for help along the way, and work hard. I believe in you. I'm totally inspired and impressed by you, and I'm confident in the future you'll be the one standing here inspiring everyone else, and I look forward to that. So thank you all very much. I appreciate and really welcome the recognition, and thanks to all of my family and friends who are here.
You see, there's a theme here. It's a family affair. How great is that your parents are here? Thank you so much, Shelley. And also, I want to tell you that Shelley has generously provided the video book of Unapologetically Ambitious, free to all of our guests present tonight. And for those of you who provided your cell number, the link will be texted to you. Thank you so much, Shelley. I can't wait to read it. And now, I would like to introduce you to Austin Okwase. Like the other outstanding ambassadors, Austin was chosen as his Clubhouse's Youth of the Year, but after an intense process, he has been selected as Madison Square Boys and Girls Club Youth of the Year. What this means is that next week, he will be representing Madison's thousands of members at the New York State Youth of the Year competition. He is here now to share his story.
Good evening. My name is Austin Okwase. I'm 16 years old, and I'm the 2022 Youth of the Year, representing the L-Bomb Family Clubhouse in Brooklyn. I've been a Clubhouse member for 3 years. My time with Madison has allowed me to become invested in my own community and find a life path that fits my life goals with my life passions. The support I've found at the Clubhouse is largely because the staff and members have similar shared experiences to my own, and the club feels like a place that I can call my own. My time at Madison has also exposed me to amazing experiences like seeing The Lion King on Broadway and an orchestral concert at Carnegie Hall. In the future, I plan to go to college on a pre-med track and become a doctor, then start my nonprofit clinic in my home neighborhood of Brownsville to help families in the same situation I have faced.
What's there to say? Austin, I love you.
Good evening. Before I begin my speech, like my fellow Wayawa, I want to give a shout out to everyone here. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for showing your support to Madison. I also like to give a shout out to my beautiful mom and my two younger brothers on table 21. I mean this from the bottom of my heart when I say I could not be here without you, Mom. I love you. I didn't think I'd make it up here to be speaking to you today because no one likes to tell the story of how they failed. But I think the best story is where you failed and learn from it. And I've taken enough losses to learn a different lesson from each one. My time at the Thomas S. Murphy L-Bomb Clubhouse has taught me a variety of skills that helped me develop as a young man. Prior to joining the club in 2019, unfortunately, my club caught on fire. This is one of the hardest things I've ever had to endure. I had to stand tall for not only my younger siblings, but my mom. I didn't want this to be an obstacle that people would use as an excuse. I wanted to use as motivation to keep doing better and accomplish all my goals and aspirations. This was when I was introduced to the Boys and Girls Club by the former YOY, Jada Brannigan. She did this. She did this because she knew how involved I like to be in my community. She introduced me to this program known as Towards No Drugs. This program told me about the stages of drug addiction and how to help those affected by drug addiction. I go to school and live around people who see nothing wrong with doing drugs. And I've seen the way drugs can cause people's lives to crumble. So things I learned on how to stop it will always stay with me. My time doing this taught me how precious my time at the Boys and Girls Club was and how precious that time was, which led me to join any program opportunity they had available. This was when I joined the Leadership Corps, which allowed me to directly serve my community through the weekly food pantries. I'm always there to lend a helping hand because I know what it feels like to need a helping hand. Doing my YY application with Miss Cherry, she motivated me to be the best person I could be because there was days where I felt unmotivated, I felt lazy, but she persistently reached out to me to make sure I could be the best because we all have those days. We feel like not moving or getting out of bed, but that constant, the persistent, she kept her keeping reaching out to me, made it possible for me to be up here today. Mr. Simba, right there on table 18 with the camera, was also one of the people that made it possible for me to be here today. He was a good male role model to look up to and how to carry myself as a young man. He is the advisor of Passport to Manhood, a program that teaches kids, or men as I should say, on how to carry themselves and their role in society. Being a part of the Boys and Girls Club allowed me to go on various trips I never would have the opportunity to otherwise, such as this trip to Broadway, where I saw Lion King, and a trip to Carnegie Hall, where I was introduced to jazz music, a form of music I never thought I'd grow fond of. The staff, I was listening to Frank Sinatra. The staff at the Boys and Girls Club became a family I could talk to through challenges and tribulations rather than just speaking quiet like I did before joining the club. Ultimately, my end goal is to open up a nonprofit clinic in which those can go to for food, shelter, supplies, and materials. I do this because they deserve the benefit of the doubt. They deserve to know they have a place to go because I understand the feeling of not having a place to go. And I want no one else to go through that. I do this because legends are not defined by their success. Legends are defined by how they bounce back from their failures. And in June, I'll graduate from Uncommon Charter High School. And in the fall of 2022, I'll be attending the University of Rochester. And I will be studying biology on the track to pre-med track to become an anesthesiologist or a child psychiatrist. The reason I chose this is because I understand mental health as a kid, and I want to be that person to the kids, the person I wish I had when I was growing up. So thank you all for coming out tonight. Thank you for your continued support, Madison. Have a beautiful evening, and enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you.
Start spreading the news. Austin is going to Rochester, and he's coming back to Brownsville to make a difference. How great. Proud of you, Austin. And now, after you all give donations, I'm supposed to do that. But please, actually, you've seen the success that we can do at Madison. So just take a moment, scan that QR code, or do the pledge thing at the table, because we really would appreciate it so much. And I think that this this is such a wonderful event, and we can do so much more in the community. We're excited to celebrate all our guests in real time who are making donations, who are doing what we can to make a difference, and we're so thankful for everything that you do, every dollar. Also, if you want to have a chance and you haven't, set up an appointment to visit one of the clubhouses, because when you go, you will be just overwhelmed with the joy that's there. I actually visited recently, and when you're an investigative reporter, you get a vibe when you walk into a place, and I can tell right away if there's something to hide, if they're putting on a front, and there is nothing fake about Madison. Everything is real. And see it for yourselves. I have firsthand, and it will just blow your mind. It really will, and you will be so inspired to make a difference. Let's bring back up Tim and all of our Youth of the Years and the 3 honorees back to the stage. Tim and I are going to present the 2022 Champion of Youth Award to our 3 honorees. Your continued and generous support is so grateful. We're so grateful for that. Thank you. Okay, sorry. American Express, Robert Childs. Joseph Pizza. And Shelley Archambault. Congratulations to all 3 of you. And now, we are honored to present the Youth of the Year Award to our outstanding young ambassadors. You make us so proud. Alexis Zambrano. Abu Fofana. Caden Samuel. And Austin Okwase.
And I want to give out one more special award to our MC tonight, Sarah Wallace. Sarah was very modest about the support she and her family have given to Madison over the years. And when we asked her to be the MC tonight, she immediately said yes. And we really appreciate, obviously, her ongoing support and contribution of her entire family. So we just want to recognize Sarah with a token of our appreciation.
Thank you all for coming. I am honored to be here, truly. If Tim had not asked me, I think I would have begged to do this. So please, enjoy the rest of the evening. It's a beautiful setting, and we're so happy that you're all here, and looking forward to next year. Tim, can I be asked back? Anyway, can't say no now. Anyway, enjoy. Thank you so much for coming.
excuse me, there is a dessert bar open in the reception area, so we'd ask everyone to please finish up and enjoy the evening. You're welcome to stay here, but there's reception with desserts right out here in the lobby. Thank you very much.